welcome. If you guys are new here, welcome. If you guys are not, welcome back. But today we are gonna be doing this beautiful makeup look. It's a bronzy goddess eyeshadow makeup look. I really love how it came out, and you guys, I lied to you guys. These eyeshadows that I use were only $3. Like, yeah, y'all heard me right, $3. It is so good. If you guys want to know how I created this look with just a $3 eyeshadow palette, then stay tuned because this one's gonna be a good one. I need to stop talking and let's get into this video. As you guys can see, I already did my eyebrows and I already did one eye just to show you guys with the other eye. I already went and go ahead and prime my lid as well. I did use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Moving on to our eyeshadow. For eyeshadow, we are going to be using this one right here, and this one is from e.l.f. e.l.f. came out with these small little eyeshadows. They are actually just $3, you guys, so I had to make sure and I got my hands in pretty much all of them. I'm missing probably like 2 or 3, as you guys can tell. I went crazy about them once I tried one because the pigmented on it is pretty good to be $3. And the one we're going to be using is the Pumpkin Pie. It has the name right here. Look how pretty these eyeshadows look, you guys. Like, for $3, wow. Love the colors. It has 2 mattes and then it has 2 kind of like a metallic shadows, so I definitely love this. I actually had to get my hands on all of them because hopefully we can travel soon, and these will be amazing for traveling because they're small and the less stuff I can pack the better. So to start out our eyeshadow, we are going to be using this one right here. Is a darker brown, and I'm just going to be using a smaller blending brush from Doe Color. I am going to be putting this color right here, just tapping this color right here down just on the side of the edge of my eye. Grabbing a little bit more, and I'm not throwing the excess, that way I can get a little bit more of that color. I want this color to definitely pop just because it's going to be on the edge of her eyes, so I definitely want this color to pop. That's why I'm going to build it up a little bit more. And once I get to the edge right here, I make sure I am going to do like a small kind of V shape because I want it to have like a little bit of a winged out. I'm going to grab a bit more, and this time I'm going to put it right here on the corner of my eye. And I'm just tapping this color down, you guys. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to be using the same brush that we used to pack those 2 colors in. I'm not going to grab more eyeshadow. I'm just going to use what I have left, the excess there. And I'm just going to be, you know, doing a back and forth motion here just to give it a little bit more of a blend to it. Next, I'm moving into this more of a mocha brown color, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. I'm using the fluffier side. I'm going to be dipping into this one right here. I'm going to start out by blending the edge of that color that we just put right here. And make sure when you guys are blending that out for it to be very soft and very gentle. Once I am done blending this side of our eyeshadow, we are grabbing a little bit more, and this time we're blending right here on the corner of our eye right here. And when you guys are blending, make sure you guys are, you know, blending with really soft circular motions. And then once I'm blending down here in the corner of my eye, I am gonna make my way up here to connect them together. Moving on to my last eyeshadow shade, and that is gonna be these two right here. Look how pretty those look, like gorgeous. And with my pinky, I am actually gonna be putting here just on the middle of my lid right here. For this palette, you know, for this mini palette to be $3, like, look how pigmented that is, you guys. Like, it is so pretty. That's why I had to get my hands on all of the other ones that I found, because I'm like, $3 for this? Like, come on, can't go wrong with that. Next, I'm gonna be grabbing the Doe of Color, the small blending brush we started out with, and we're gonna be using this one. I have no product. I'm gonna be using this one just to kind of, you know, blend those two colors, that metallic shadow that we put in that brown one right here. Just blend those two out really softly, you guys. You don't want nothing harsh right there, really soft blending. Same thing right here. You guys, I just noticed that I didn't even have my jewelry on, but yet it was right in front of me before I started recording. So yeah, now we can continue. Moving on to our foundation, we're gonna be using the Beauty Creation Flawless Day Foundation FS 4.0. With my Doe Color foundation brush, I'm just gonna be mixing this foundation in. I had to clip my hair because it was just getting all over my face and it's too hot for that right now. Alright, so moving on to our concealer. We're going to be using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I'm going to be putting some here, a little bit here, and then going down my nose. I'm gonna put some here on the bottom of my chin, here on top of my forehead, and just a little bit on my nose here. Next, we're moving on to our Airspun translucent powder. And before I actually go in there, I'm gonna make sure everything is well set in place before I go in with that translucent powder. And whatever I have left on my Camo concealer sponge, I just tap it down on my forehead, on my chin, and on my nose, on my T-zone area basically. Moving on to our bronzer, we're gonna use one of my favorite one, the Butter Bronzer, Sunkissed bronzer. I am gonna add a little bit more bronzer than normal just because I kind of want to look like a bronzer goddess today, so I'm gonna be putting a little bit more than normal. I am putting a little bit here on the side of my jaw. Next, I'm gonna be removing this translucent powder that we put under our eyes. If you guys don't know, I am dry underneath my eyes, so I don't tend to bake a lot maybe a good 2 to 3 minutes, just because if I leave it way too much there, it will make my under eyes even more dry. And if you are super dry underneath your eyes, make sure you guys don't make more than 2 to 3 minutes, because it will definitely dry you guys up even more. So trust me, you guys don't want that. We're actually gonna go back into our e.l.f. mini palette, and we are actually gonna be dipping into this one right here. I am grabbing a really fluffy brush. I'm not sure where I got these brushes from, but as you guys can tell, it's small and it's very fluffy from the top. And I'm gonna be putting this color right here on the lower lashes, just to give it a more pop to our eyes. Next, I am actually gonna go back to that bronzer that we used, and I'm gonna be using this to contour my nose. Next, I am gonna go in with another powder. This one is from Morphe in the color Banana, and I am gonna be grabbing my Real Technique sponge and just grabbing the edge of it, and I'm gonna be using this one to sculpt down my cheek. Grabbing the pointy side of the Real Technique sponge, and I'm just gonna be using the same powder, and I'm gonna be putting this on the side of my nose just to snatch out that nose. I always think it's funny after I put that powder on my nose, because that looks so funny, but trust me, you guys, trust the process, because it will come out great. We are moving on to our blush. We're going to be using Nars in color Soulshine. You guys are going to have to excuse me because I've dropped this like 3 times, and look how broken it is. I'm actually going to be grabbing a little bit of this pink one right here, so I'm actually going to mix it together. Next, we're actually moving on to an eyeliner, and it's from KVD Vegan in color Trooper Black. I'm gonna be using this eyeliner just to do like a straight line right here closer to our eyelashes. Next, we're moving on to our eyelashes, and for our eyelashes, we're gonna be using Eyeliner Linden by Jasmine Brown. I put on my lashes, you guys. As you guys can see, these are how they look. Moving on, we are actually going to be removing this powder right here. Beautiful. Moving on to our lips. For lip liner, we are going to be using the NYX lip liner in color Nutmeg. For our lipstick, we're going to be using the Huda Beauty lipstick in color Staycation. I'm actually going to go back to the lip liner that we used, which is the Nutmeg, and I'm just going to be tracing that line. It disappeared a little bit for that lipstick that we put. Next, we're moving on to a highlighter. We are going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Precious Petals. I'm just putting it on the highs of my cheeks, a little bit on the apples of my cheeks as well. I am grabbing a really flat brush, and I'm going to be dipping into this highlighter, and I'm going to be putting a little bit here on the lower part of our eyebrow. I actually forgot that I had this, but we are actually going to be using also the Becca and Chrissy collection. This is the eyeshadow and a highlighter duo in color Cinnamon Churro. I'm going to grab a little bit with my finger and put it just right here on this side of the highs of my cheeks. I'm just putting a little bit here on my eyebrows, on the bottom of my eyebrows. I actually forgot to mention to you guys that I actually used the e.l.f. Porless putty primer for my primer. Moving to our last step, we are going to be using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So that was it for today's video. I hope you guys like this bronzy goddess eyeshadow look I did here. I really loved how it came out, honestly, and especially with this eyeshadow. You guys need to get your hands on this. $3. Look how beautiful that looks, like gorgeous. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Before we leave, don't forget to give this video a big like, and also don't forget to subscribe down to my channel and hit the bell ring button so you guys can get notified every time I post a video for you guys, because there's more coming. But yeah, that was it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoy this bronzy goddess eyeshadow look, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.